Pisces, whatever that may mean for you. However, we just need to get all of these ducks in a row. We need to have an understanding, and this knowledge and wisdom can be gained. Yes. And then at the end of the month, we have the Page of Pentacles. So this is basically going to be kind of like, you know, this offering where it's going to require a lot of work on your part. But it is a good sign. It's a message that, you know, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and on the horizon, after everything's in order, there is this sense of this wanting to kind of help you and shape you. Wanting to help you and shape you with just being able to get grounded. Just kind of like at the very first level of groundedness, because he is a page, and you know, Pentacles, it's just like, you know, this is the first step he shows you, and it's like we got to start here, and then, you know, once we do that, and then, you know, continues on. But it's like, you know, this is the first step. There's nothing wrong with that. And I feel like the reason why we're finishing the read with the Page of Pentacles, because there's a lot of healing too that needs to take place. There's a lot of mental anguish that went on. There's a lot of unclarity, a lot of just psyche interferences that needs to be just purified, and it needs to a lot of mental cleansing. So that they can be some sort of focus, so that they can be better focused, so that going forward there's no sort of like any blockages mentally, because there's been a lot of mental disillusion, and everything needs to be cleared mentally, and then moving forward with the energy, things can start to fall into place, you know, just slowly but surely. So that's what I'm seeing. There's just a lot of, you know, Pisces, I feel like there's just a lot of things that have been a lot to think about, a lot of sorting out, a lot of unclearness, a lot of highs and lows, a lot of, you know, mental anguish, just yes, all of that. So once that is just realize that there's this healing that needs to take place with communication, and in order to kind of allow for any kind of unresolved unresolved thoughts or statements or unresolved gestures that could have been off-putting. It's all being cleansed, and it needs to be that way going forward. We can just start getting grounded and taking it step by step. Yeah, because we have to clear out the mental clutter in order to start building a solid foundation, because you can't really build a solid foundation. You can't like jump the gun and skip the first, level steps of getting grounded when there's a bunch of mental tar that still needs to be kind of just talked about a little bit and just have an understanding in order to get healed mentally. And then once it heals mentally, it'll heal physically. So that's very much needed. That way there's no stagnation going on in the mind, and there's nothing unresolved, okay, that has happened in the past. So Pisces, with that being said, I'm going to pull let me see. This is a water crystal oracle, and this is what you do. When we do these oracles, you want to get a glass of water, and you can put, let's see, I got my glass right here, and you can put a gemstone, or you can put, like some salt crystals, whatnot. And you want to pour you want to put water in your glass. And then this is a form of meditation too, because whatever card I pull, this is going to be a meditative affirmation that we can channel energy for the whole betterment of the entirety of this world, and cosmically, the time and space cosmically, for ultimate healing, for ultimate balance, just for the greatest good throughout all cosmic time and space. Because this is a huge connection that links all of life and all of existence together, all multi-layered, and this is a way where we can kind of touch all places, near and far. And after you meditate on the card, because we're going to put the card under the glass, and then we're going to meditate on it for, just a minute or two. And then you want to take the glass outside, and you want to pour it on the earth. So that way it gets absorbed in our planet. And through the planet's cycle of evaporation, this, that, and the other, it will spread. So the love will be felt near and far. You could also get like a divination bowl, and you can put your favorite drink, coffee, kombucha, raw milk. You can put that in there too. It doesn't have to be water. So let's get an oracle card. And we got self-love. I mean, how appropriate is that? And we just talked about having self-love. So it has wisdom above self-love. So what we're going to do, we're going to put the card right here. I'm a little thirsty. And then we're just going to put the glass of water on top. And then we're just going to get nice and, find the position where we're comfortable. And then we're just going to close our eyes. And maybe it'll help if we just kind of like hold the glass and touch the card. Put our energy into it directly. And just kind of meditate on self-love. And just think about having this healing, this nurturing for ourselves, our inner child, our psyche, our being, our 7 chakras, our physical body, our soul, our spirit, our whole being in its core, our aura that's around us, just having love for being alive and self-love. That way we can have better connections with others, and we can, as a Pisces, do our part into helping others heal that need it. So what I just spoke out loud, you just want to think of what self-love means for you. Just think about it and just put it into the card, the water, and then, just charge it with whatever crystals or rocks you put in the water. And just think about putting this out into the universe, just opening up your chakras, however many you can, just opening them up, finding a balance, getting grounded in your home, kind of just like being really centered within yourself, and just breathing, just being natural, relaxed, and just pushing your energy outward and feeling the vibration, the frequency